Boom. All right. Here we are. Here we go. All right. So you're probably looking, right? Your goals and your dreams probably have to do with some type of financial benefit to you and your family. All right. So I want to give you this roadmap. Now, I got this training from a CD. All right, gentlemen. It's not an accident that I got this particular training 10 years ago. It's not an accident that I got this training in 2008. Because 2008 was a very pivotal year in my life. It was one of the worst years of my life. I was at the end of a complete meltdown in an opportunity that I was involved in. All right. This was actually completing my 4th year in network marketing. And after 4 years in network marketing, I had really no monetary success to show. Now, keep in mind, I was working every single day. Every single day, I was working my network marketing business. So this wasn't for lack of effort. You know, a lot of people don't reach success because they don't have the work ethic, or they don't have the work ethic for a sustained period of time. All right. That was not the case for those 4 years. All right. When I got this CD, and the gentleman on the CD was Kevin Trudeau. All right. You can look it up. It's called the 25 Secrets of Wealth Creation. The 25 Secrets of Wealth Creation. He created another audio later on called Your Wish is Your Command, where he goes really in depth, okay? Really in depth with the law of attraction and success and all this good stuff, all right? But this particular CD, I got it from Verna Moore. I don't know where she is today, but Verna, I love you. I appreciate you giving me that CD 10 years ago, all right? Now, what I'm going to ask you guys to do, because a lot of you do know me, and some of you don't know me very well, but a lot of you do know me very well. What I'm asking you to do is don't necessarily look at me tonight, all right? I just want you to look at the information, all right? And after you look at the information, then I want you to look at the results that we've been able to have over the last 10 years, all right, with ups and downs. That's important for you to understand, because just because you become successful doesn't mean, or just because you reach some level of success, it doesn't mean that you're not going to have challenges. You're always going to have challenges, all right? But once you have the roadmap, once you have the blueprint, so to speak, once you have the juice, ladies and gentlemen, you can go out and you can recover, you can rebuild, you can start the process of growing again, all right? But you can't take the training wheels off. You've got to keep the training wheels on. You've got to do what you did, all right? If you've never done it before, then you got to do it the first time. But if you've done it before, then you've got to do what you did in order to get to where it is that you were at that particular time. Okay? So I'm going to give this to you because this is going to be a pretty lengthy live. Okay? This live is not going to be a short live. It's going to be a pretty lengthy live. So really buckle up. I hope that you're in a really, really good place where you can really take some notes on what we're going to talk about. It is going to be impactful. All right? I promise you that. All right? Now, success. That is what we're talking about. The 4 basics of success. So in your notes, I want you to write down at the top, success. What does success mean? What does that mean? There's so many definitions on success, but I heard one definition about 10 years ago by Earl Nightingale on the CD, The Strangest Secret. Notice I've given you 2 CDs already that I'm kind of hinting that you should get your hands on, okay? The Strangest Secret is by Earl Nightingale, 36-minute audio. 36-minute audio. I think I listen to it every day for at least a year, okay? Now, he said success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Success is the progressive, meaning that it's ongoing, meaning that it's a moving target. It's a progressive realization of a worthy ideal or a worthy goal. All right? So it can't be success unless it's a worthy goal. When something is worthy, that means that it's got to move you, right? It's got to be exciting to you. It's got to be something that's going to drive you, right? Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. So get this, success is a moving target. So tonight, you may believe, when we're talking about finance right now, we're talking about financially right now, you may believe that $10,000 per month would be success. But there's some of you on this call right now that have already made $10,000 per month. So now you're probably thinking 25,000, 50,000, 100,000, whatever the number is, the number doesn't really matter. Just know that when you get there, success is going to move. Like right now, man, if I could just get to $10,000 a month, I promise you, when you get to $10,000 a month, you're going to want to get to 20. I remember when I first got a hold of this information and I kind of knew that, okay, I got this creative process, this belief thing, I'm starting to work it out. I had a goal to make $30,000 per month. And I told myself, I said, listen, I get to $30,000 a month. Listen, I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm moving to Hawaii. I'm finished. $30,000 a month? Are you kidding me? And then when I got there, it was like, oh, okay. I want 50, right? So success is a moving target. So why am I telling you that? Don't be frustrated based on where you are right now. Don't be frustrated that you're not where it is that you want to be, because I promise you, when you get to where it is that you want to be, you're not going to want to be there, right? You're going to want to move on. That's just the way it works. So once I learned that, I learned to be joyful and grateful throughout the whole entire process of going after success, because I would never get there. You never get to success. You know, because I'm successful. Well, that means you're, full of nonsense, because there's nobody that is successful. You may have had success, but you want to continuously have success. You don't want to stop growing, right? You want to keep growing. So success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Now, I know that majority of you that's watching this live right now, all right, probably, I don't know, have never made $10,000 per month of income, all right? That's not a bad thing, because I'm going to give you the roadmap to get there. But understand, this roadmap that I'm giving you for $10,000 a month is the same exact roadmap for $10,000 a week or $10,000 a day or $10,000 an hour, dare I say, right? It's the same exact formula. It's the same exact 4 steps. I promise you, this works. I learned it in 2008. I was living with my dad when I learned this. And it's so interesting that in 2009, that's when everything really clicked. But the information that I received in 2008 set me up for what was going to happen the next 10 years. You know, I'm taking a few of the leaders, about 20 of our leaders, 25 of our leaders. We're going to the paradigm shift, right? The paradigm shift with Bob Proctor, October 5th to the 7th. This is a little plug for Bob right there. I highly recommend that you go. And I told the leaders, listen, if you make a shift in your thinking in 2018, you will see a shift in your income in 2019. If you see a shift in your thinking, if there's a shift in your thinking in 2018, you will see a shift in the way that you live in 2019. 2019 needs to be prepared right now in 2018. You don't wait for 2019. You don't actually plan a trip after you take the trip, right? You plan the trip before you take the trip. Right, so you got to plan for success, ladies and gentlemen. You got to plan for this progressive realization of a worthy ideal. And I'm about to give it to you. I'm about to give it to you, ladies and gentlemen. I am about to give you the real deal Holyfield. I mean, it is. I mean, when you get this, and if I were you, I would be getting excited that I'm about to. Let me see who's excited. Let me see, because I'm away from this. If you're really, really, really excited to get this knowledge that I'm going to give you, now it's not me. I didn't come up with this. This ain't mine. All right. I learned it. I used it. Okay. And it's worked. Okay. Now I just want to know who is fired up, who's really, really excited to get this information right here. We're going to get, let me know. Let me know if you're fired. This is the real deal. I'm telling you. And it don't matter what you do. It don't matter what company you're in. It don't matter what industry you're in. It doesn't matter if you're in traditional business. It doesn't matter if you are in, I don't care if you sell toothpicks. If you understand what I'm about to give you right now, I promise you, everything will change. Everything will change. Watch this. This is powerful stuff right here. All right. Now, success. Now, success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. What we got to do is now we got to define what that worthy ideal is. Now, for tonight, just indulge me, all right? Just for tonight, we're going to go with $10,000 per month, okay, of income. All right? That is success. Success is $10,000 per month of income. All right? That's what it is. That is what success is tonight. All right? Now, for some of you, it may be $100,000 a month, maybe $50,000 a month, maybe $1 million a month. I don't care. The number doesn't matter. We're just doing this for the masses of people that are watching this that have never made $10,000 per month. This is where we're going to start. This is the defining moment. Because I remember when I never made $10,000 a month, all I wanted was to make $10,000 a month. I just wanted to get the six figures. If I can get the six figures, oh my God, $10,000 a month of income? Are you kidding me? Nobody on a job makes $10,000 per month. You're now a full-blown entrepreneur when you're making $10,000 a month. We could really call you an entrepreneur when you're making $10,000 a month. You're making $5,000 a month, that's great, but you can get a job paying you $5,000 a month, but $10,000 a month? All right, $10,000 a month, what does that do now? You're earning over $10,000 per month. So here's what I want you to do, all right? Because now that we've got it clear, we've got the target. Listen, watch this. $10,000 a month is the target. We've got to get clear. Watch this. Target. G-E-T. It's got to be something that we're going to get. You get it? Right? When you have a target and you're clear. Oh, clear. Let me give you another word. Clear. Right? Watch this. Last three letter spells. Ear. Right? So when I got my target and I'm clear on my target, not only am I going to get it, I can hear it. So clear doesn't just speak to what I see, it also speaks to what I hear. So when someone says, well, I'm really clear on my goals. Well, really, you are. Okay, well, my next two questions is, how often do you see the goal and how often do you hear the goal? Because if you're not seeing it and if you're not hearing it, then you're really not clear. Are you with me? Right? So you got to have a target. You can't get there if you don't have a target. All right? I just love words. Those of you who know me, I love words. There's a secret in every single word. Okay? So we're clear that $10,000 per month is what we're saying is the definitive purpose. It is the worthy ideal. This is what I'm obsessed with. And when I'm obsessed with something, I'm constantly thinking about it. If I'm obsessed with something, I'm constantly talking about it. If I'm obsessed with something, I am constantly excited about it. All right? That is what it takes, ladies and gentlemen. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. I had to get to $10,000 a month. I had to. It was a must. I was so fired up about it. $10,000 a month. I'm going to get to $10,000 a month. This is what I'm going to do. This is what's going to happen. I'm going to drive this. I'm going to live here. I'm going to be able to buy this. I already knew what I was going to do with $10,000 a month before it came. So you've got to know what you're going to do with the money. You got to know what you're going to do with $50,000 a month, right? If you don't know, right? If you don't know, then guess what? It's not going to come. All right? So $10,000 per month. I know some of you, well, Dave, I already make $10,000 a month. Well, it's good. It's not the number. Trust me, it's not the number. It's the formula. It's the elixir that I'm giving you right now, because you can take this formula I'm giving you and you can turn it into $10,000 a week. Listen, $10,000 a week is a whole lot better than $10,000 a month. How about this? How about $10,000 a day? Ooh, how about that? $10,000 a day is $70,000 a week. That's $140,000. That's what, $280 a month? See, but it's the same formula. Same formula. So I got a target. I'm clear. Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to write it down this way. All right? And it's important. All right? Begin with the end in mind. All right? Begin with the end in mind. Okay. So I want you to write it down this way. I am so happy and grateful now. Okay? Write it down this way. Write it down on your piece of paper. Write it down. Okay? I am so happy. All right? I am so happy and grateful now. Okay? I am so happy and what? Grateful now that I am earning over $10,000 per month in income. Now, if your number is 30,000, write 30,000. If your number is 50, write 50. If your number is 100,000, write 100,000. Well, David, does it really take all that? Is it really all about believing and all this stuff you be talking about? Okay, all right. Okay, you ain't got to believe it, all right? But it works, okay? It works. So, Justin, I want you to help me. If anything goes wrong on my phone, let me know, okay? That's why I text you, okay? Let me know. Make sure I'm good over here on Facebook Live, all right? Now, what was I talking about? $10,000 per month, okay? $10,000 per month. I'm so happy and grateful now that I am. Anything I put after I am goes into creative process. I'm going to walk you through that too, okay? So I'm so happy and grateful now that I am earning over $10,000 per month in income, all right? You can put a date on it, and the date that you're going to put, what you want to do, when I go over step number 1 with you, you want to go over that date with who we're going to talk about in step number 1. Okay? But for now, I want you to write down, I'm so happy and grateful now that I am earning over $10,000 a month. I want you to write that down. Just write it down that way. Okay? Hold on. See, look, I don't teach nobody to do nothing I ain't done. Okay? I ain't teach nobody. Look, it's my wallet right here. See that? Look. See? Look. I'm so happy and grateful now, all right, that I earn over $1 million a month in income. Right there. It's right there. Right? I'm so happy and grateful now that I got 100, right? And there's a particular rank in the company I'm in. I wanted 100 of them in my organization, right? So I had to go written down, and I wrote this down, and I had it in my wallet this whole time. Huh? Because what? I'm clear. Right? Every time I go in my wallet, I'm clear. I see it. Right? Okay. I'm with it now. So you see, I want you to write it. Now I'll put it on the index card. I'll put it on the index card where, you know, I can just put it in my wallet. I got it with me all the time. Okay? Long ago, I used to have the Louis Vuitton index cards. Okay? Now I used to do that a long time ago. So I still got the training wheels on. I ain't take them off. I'm not too special to believe. I'm not too talented to believe. I'm not too experienced to believe. All right? You know, I'm not too cool to do the corny stuff that I know works. Okay? Now watch this. $10,000 a month. $10,000. I'm so happy and grateful now. I'm at $10,000 a month. $10,000 a month. I want you to say, as you're listening to me right now, if you never made $10,000 a month before, I just want you to say, I'm so happy and grateful now, I make $10,000 a month. And what I want you to do, as you say it, I want you to just imagine yourself already making $10,000 a month. See and feel how you would feel when you're at $10,000 a month. What would you be able to do? What would you be able to do with the money? What would you be able to do with $10,000 a month? Now some of y'all are like, well, I want $1 million. I want $1 million. If you ain't never made 10, let's start with 10. I'm with you. I know you want to get to $1 million, but let's start with 10. Let's get this muscle right. All right, let's get this belief muscle right. All right, you're not going to jump from 3 to $1 million. It don't work like that. You got to rise. You got steps to take. Right? Don't skip the steps. Right? Enjoy the steps. All right? So I'm so happy and grateful now. I'm at $10,000 a month. And you get really excited about it because it's not the number, it's the formula that I'm giving you right now. There's a reason why I keep saying $10,000 a month. The more I hear it, the more clear it gets. And then if I write it down, so it says, write the vision, make it plain, so who sees it will run. Though it may tarry, wait on it, it won't tarry. Because it cannot lie. It says it. It says that the vision that you wrote down, it can't lie. It has to happen. And no word comes back void. So when he says it, it has to come to pass. So that's why I wrote it down. Because he said, David, if you write it down, make it plain, it shall come to pass. Though it may look like it's taking some time, it ain't going to be too long. It's going to happen because it cannot lie. So when you write this thing down, you got to feel that and say, oh, his word can't come back void. So when I write down, I'm so happy and grateful now, I'm at $10,000 a month. It's as good as done. See, now when you go and do a presentation, now when you meet somebody, man, they're not meeting you. They mean $10,000 a month. You're like, hey, hi, I'm $10,000 a month. You may say your name, but trust me, they feel, right, that $10,000 a month. And guess what? It could be $50,000 a month. It could be $100,000 a month. It could be $1 million a month. It could be $10 million a month. It could be a billionaire. It don't matter. The formula is the formula. All right? So success tonight, the definite purpose tonight is $10,000 per month. You can, whatever number you want to pick for you, you do that. But it's got to become an obsession. You got to think about it all the time. All right? Now, we're clear on that. This is important now. We clear that this is what the success is. All right? Now watch this. Step number 1. Y'all ready for this? Step number 1 is a question. And it has to do with your ability to be humble. Some of y'all logged off right there. You logged off. You said, let me get off right now because I got to be humble. Oh, wait, I don't want to do that. Yeah, you got to be humble. Yeah, that's step number 1. Step number 1 has to do with you having humility. I heard Dr. Mike Murdoch say this to me years ago. He said, David, well, he wrote in a book, I just, made it seem like he said it to me. But he said, humility is not a personality trait. It's just recognizing that I don't have something that may be in somebody else. Humility is not a personality trait. Well, I'm humble. Well, now. It's not a personality trait. It's just recognizing that I don't have something that may be in somebody else. Somebody else may possess something that I want. See, Elisha understood that Elijah had something he didn't have. And that's why he was humble. That's why he said, wherever you go, I'ma go. Elijah said, hey, hold on, you stay over here. Elijah said, oh, no, I'm going with you. Elijah said it again. When you stay over here, I'm going to go over here. Elisha said, no, sir. Wherever you go, that's where I'm going. Because Elisha had humility because he recognized that Elijah had something on him that he wanted on him. So Elijah said, man, this guy's really, really teachable and coachable. This guy is really, really serious about getting a hold of what's on my life. He then asked him and said, hey, man, what do you want? And he said, I want a double portion. I want a double portion. There's a pastor here in Houston, Bishop Ivy Hilliard. I mean, I studied him. I got his tapes. I studied. I met him. I had a seed in my hand. Wait, I'm sowing into his life, And then you know what I said? I want you to pray for me. And this is what I said. This is what I want. I want the same anointing that's on your life to teach faith and believing. That's the same thing I want. And he prayed it. And from that moment on, I had it. I had it. I had it. All right. So step number 1. You ready? We talking about $10,000 a month now. We talking about success. 4 basics to success. Here it is. Here's step number 1. You ready? Who do you listen to? Ooh, that's serious. Now I got the CD in 2008. I got the CD in 2008. And the CD number 1 said, David, who are you listening to? I wasn't at $10,000 a month. I wasn't around anybody who was making $10,000 a month. The CD said, who are you listening to? I was living with my dad. I had no money, no ends, nothing. Ends were not meeting. Ends couldn't recognize nobody. I was robbing Peter, Paul, James, John, Luke, everybody. And the CD said, who are you listening to? So if your goal, if your definite purpose, if your worthy ideal is $10,000 per month, my question for you is, who are you listening to that's already at $10,000 a month? Who's already past $10,000 a month? Some of you are involved in opportunities where you've got leaders that are making more than $10,000 a month, but you're not willing to submit. You're not willing to listen to them because you don't like the way they talk. You don't like the way they dress. You don't think they're a great leader. They light skin. They dark skin. They're Caucasian. They're African. I can't really listen to them because they upline put people below them. Well, I can't really listen to them because they got a position. They got lucky. Well, why didn't you get lucky? Huh? Why didn't you get the position? Huh? I'm confused. Right? You got people that are right there with you that have already accomplished what it is that you want to accomplish. You say you want to get to $10,000 a month. You say you want to get to $50,000 a month. You say you want to get to $100,000 a month. You say you want to get to $500,000 a month. You got people right there that have already done it. But guess what you're doing? You're not humble enough to listen. You're not humble enough to say, you know what? I'm going to submit. I'm going to submit. I see it all the time. I see top leaders in the industry that I'm in, and I watch their sub leaders, not just the leader. I look at the sub leaders, and I say, wow, the reason why this person winning, people can say it's because of this or this, but I already see it. That person, they're on basic number 1. They listen. They've made a decision on who they're going to listen to. Now watch this. I got the CD in 2008, right? I got the CD in 2008. I met a young man. He was 34 at the time. I met him in 2007. Watch this. He was 34. Watch this. You ready? I got the CD in 2008. CD said, who you listen to? When I met him in 2007, I wasn't working with him. Right? 2008, I got the CD. CD said, who you listening to? Who you listening to? Who you listening to? Who you listening to? 2009, I got a chance to start working with that young man, and I made a decision that I was going to submit, that I was going to listen. Who are you listening to? Now watch this. Because you choose to listen to them, it doesn't mean that they're better than you. No one is better than you. They just have what you don't have. Does that make sense? They've already got the $10,000 a month, and maybe they've already shown other people how to get $10,000 a month, right? So now what you've got to do, you've got to find that person, whether you're in real estate, you're in a tax business, you got a traditional business, you're a musician, you're in network marketing, I don't care. You got to find that person. All right, you got to find that voice that you're going to listen to. Now, I'm not saying you idolize the person. I'm not saying that voice supersedes the word of God. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that the person is already making $10,000 a month, and they've already got the blueprint. They already know how they got there. And what you want to do is you want to listen. Who are you listening to? Question number one tonight. Basic number one tonight. Who are you listening to? Who are you listening to? This is the 4 basics of success. Who are you listening to? You've got to find that person. Guys, before 2018 runs out, you need to find a person that you trust. Okay? Because you're not going to listen to them unless you trust them, right? You trust this person. They ain't do nothing scrupulous. They ain't do nothing crazy to get to where it is that they are. They ain't do nothing illegal, right? To get to where it is that they are. So you trust that person. All right? They got the fruit. They have done what it is that you're looking to do. You got to make that decision to humble yourself. Humble yourself. I was talking to a good friend of mine, Martin White. I said, Martin, listen, you got a great leader over there. Sit down with her. Sit down with Twyla. She making buku money. Sit down with her. Get the game plan. And lock in on what she's telling you to do. Trust me. Basic number 1 works. Who are you listening to? Listen. For a long time, I was listening to myself, and myself was broke. Myself was in the challenge, right? And when I made the decision that I was going to listen to the person that had the solution versus listening to the person that had the problem, which was me, because we always want to blame other people. Well, the reason why I'm where I am right now is because, the company. Well, the reason why I'm at right now, it's the president. Well, this economy, man, this economy is real tough. Well, and the reason why I'm where I'm at, because I'm black and, black people just got it tough. Well, the reason why I'm where I am right now is because I'm white and come on, let it go. Huh? Let it go, right? Like Frozen said, let it go. That ain't it. Who are you listening to? Who are you? That's number 1. It's so important. It's so vitally important. Before 2018 runs out, you got to decide, hey, this is who I'm going to listen to. This is who I'm going to take counsel from. This is who I'm going to really submit to. This is the advice that I'm going to take. See, having a mentor, ladies and gentlemen, is having perfect advice from an imperfect source, from an imperfect resource. The person ain't got to be perfect. Why everybody looking for a perfect mentor? They don't exist. They ain't out here. If you find a perfect mentor, you found Jesus. Okay? All right? That's who you found. That's the only perfect mentor I know. Okay? So, step number 1, who you listen to. You got to check that off. You're not going to get the $10,000 a month listening to you because you're not at $10,000 a month. You're not going to get the $10,000 a month. Listen to other people that's not at $10,000 a month because they're not at $10,000 per month. They're going to take you off target with their words. You're going to be unclear with their words. You got to be speaking to the person that's where it is that you want to be. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. You caught that? If you caught step number 1, okay? If you caught step number 1, I say, I got it. That's what I want you to type. Just type, I got it. I got step number 1. I got it. Step 1. When you go back, when you trace your success, when you go back and trace success of other people, I promise you, you can trace it back. You could trace it back to when you were listening to somebody. Go back and look. Go back and look at everybody that has ever been successful that you know, even yourself. If you've been successful, if you've ever gotten to 6 figures or 7 figures, I promise you at that particular point, you were listening to somebody. Who do you listen to? That's number one. All right? That's number one. Who do you listen to? Step number 2. Watch this. Step number 2. All right, is what he called the Teachability Index. So step number 1, who do you listen to? Okay. All right. Oh, another reason, stop making excuses as to why the person's where they at. Don't do that. Or they where they at because, they got sponsored by this person. Or they got their, because, that's their upline. Like, come on, stop that. Don't make excuses. All right, just listen. All right, step 2 is what we call the Teachability. All right, the Teachability Index. The Teachability Index is a test to find out how teachable and coachable you are. Because I made a decision, this is who I'm going to listen to. Now watch this. When I found that guy, he was 34 years old. His best month at that time when I met him and I made the decision that I was going to listen, I was going to submit, his best month was $80,000 in network marketing in a month. $80,000, that was his best month at that time. 10 years later, at 34, I'm 35 now, but at 34, my best month in network marketing was over 800,000. 800,000. Yeah, 800,000. 10 years later, you understand that? $80,000. I'm going to listen. I'm going to submit. Okay, this the way you do presentation? I'm going to do presentation this way. This way you dress? I'm going to dress this way. You do a conference call that way? Boom, that's how I'm going to do the conference. Well, why you want to, wait a minute. Who are you listening to? People say, well, why are you trying to be like? No. I ain't trying to be like. I just understand this first law right here. Who are you listening to? That's why I love Kobe. That's why Kobe, Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time. He's my favorite. But Kobe is right there. It's right there in my heart. He's right there in my heart. Why? Because he copied him. He copied him to the T. Tongue out, right? Everything. Hit the jumper, do this, right? Everything. Because he understood this guy's great. Copy greatness. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You end up being greater. And it's up 10 years later, 10 times what his best month was at that time. Come on, guys. If you don't gonna get that, who are you listening to? All right? Teachability Index. Teachability Index. How teachable and coachable are you? So you decide who you're going to listen to. Now you got to be teachable and coachable. What does that mean? You got to be willing to learn, read the books, listen to the tapes, listen to the coach. You got to be willing to learn, but you also got to be willing to change. You've got to be willing to what? You've got to be willing to change, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, that's the problem. That's the problem there. Y'all want to learn. Y'all want to Facebook Live. I want to learn. Yeah, Dave, I want to learn. I want to learn how to get 10 grand a month. But are you willing to change? So you're willing to learn as a 10, but your willingness to change is a 0. 10 times 0 is a big fat 0. You're not willing to change, ladies and gentlemen. You got to be willing to change. You just can't be willing to learn. You just can't be willing to go to the seminars and go to the classes and listen to the tapes and read the books, but you're not willing to change the way you think. You're not willing to change the way you do things. You're not willing to change how you present. You're not willing to change how you dress. You're not willing to change how you talk. You're not willing to change to say, okay, this is who I'm going to listen to. And now he said, okay, read this book. She says, read this book. She says, show the plan this amount of times a week. Show the plan 4, 5, 6 nights a week. Those of you in network marketing. You're in real estate. You out there getting clients. You've got to prospect a certain amount of people every day. So the coach says you got to show the plan 4, 5, 6 nights a week. Next week comes along. You were willing to learn. You said, yes, I'm ready. I'm going to do it. Let's go. Coach says 4 to 5, 6 nights a week. Next week comes along. You show the plan 2 times. You show the plan 2 times. Prospect 5 people a day. Prospect 2 people a day. You prospect 1. Prospect 3 the next day. Prospect 2. Be at the weekly meeting. Maybe. Read this book. You're not willing to change. Right? Because listen, when you make the decision who you're going to listen to, this is non-negotiable. It's non-negotiable, ladies and gentlemen. Right? It's non-negotiable. Now, when you say you're going to listen, it don't mean that person controls your life. Don't mean that person owns your life. They're just an example. That's all. They're just an example of what God can do in your life. Right? And you listen. Right? But you're willing to learn, but you're willing to change. I had to change. I had to change how I presented. I had to change how I dressed. I had to change, most of all, I had to change how I was thinking. And I'm going to get to that right now. Right? So that's the decision you got to make. Basic number 2, right? Basic number 2, I'm willing to learn, but I'm also willing to change. Teachability Index. Step number 3. We get to the good stuff now. All right? But you can't get to step 3 without being step 1, step 2. You can't get there. All right? You can't get there. Step number 3. Y'all ready? All right. Step number 3 is what I call the success balance scale. Ooh, I love this right here. This is my favorite step right here. The success balance scale. Okay. Hey, Just, do me a favor. Send me the send me the self-confidence formula. Send it to me on this phone right here. Send me the self-confidence formula. The success balance scale. All right, you ready? Success has a balance. There's a balance to success. Y'all ready? I want y'all to do this right here. You're home, do this right here. There's a balance to success. All right? There's a balance to success. All right, watch this. $90 to 99% of success is over here. 1 to 10% of success is over here. Okay? And watch this. Here's the balance. 90 to 99%. Some people say it's 90-10. Some people say it's 99-1. Some people say it's 95-5. I don't care. I know it's 90 to 99 and 1 to 10. Okay? Is spiritual. 90 to 99% of success. Now remember, success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. We have clearly defined success as $10,000 per month. So we have clearly defined success as $100,000 a month. For some of you, we clearly defined it as $50,000 a month. But for majority of you that's watching this right now, we clearly defined it as $10,000 per month. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm earning over $10,000 per month of income. you wrote it down, write the vision, make it plain so who sees it will run. The vision, it cannot tarry. It won't lie. It's going to happen. It's a done deal. I wrote it down. I'm clear on it. It's my target. I'm getting there. Now watch this. I'm telling you that the $10,000 per month, the success is 90 to 99% spiritual. It is 90 to 99% mental. It is 90 to 99% words. It is 90 to 99% images. It is 90 to 99% the visualization, the emotions, the feelings. Okay? The emotion of faith, the emotion of love, the emotion of gratitude. Over here is the desires. Over here is the goals. Over here is create. Over here is what? Is create. Now, for anything to show up in the physical, because 1 to 10% of success is physical. All right? Watch this. Over here is super. Over here is natural. All right? Supernatural. You don't want just natural. You want supernatural. You just don't want super. You want supernatural. All right? So over here is the physical. Over here is the how-tos. Over here is the techniques. Over here is the strategies. Over here is the work. Now, you need all 100%. You can't just have 50% over here and 5% over here and think you're going to be 55% successful. It don't work that way. For you to get to $10,000 a month, we need all 100. For you to get to $1 million a month, we need all 100. So over here, $10,000 a month has got to be create. I've got to create $10,000 a month over here so it can be created over here. Right? So I created over here, so it's created over here. Because everything that shows up in the physical first had to show up in the spirit. This flip chart first was in someone's mind before it showed up physically. Before this physical flip chart showed up, it was in somebody's mind. Before this water bottle showed up in the physical, let me get a sip. It first was in the mind of whoever created this water bottle. This iPhone right here, right? This iPhone right here was in the mind of someone before it showed up in the physical. Facebook was in the mind of Mark Zuckerberg before it showed up in the physical. He created over here, and then he had to go create it over here. He had the words over here, but then he had to go do the work. He had to go get the techniques, the strategies, the right people in place. So here's what you're doing. You're working hard for $10,000 a month. You're showing the plan. You're out there talking to people. You're out there showing homes. You're doing all that, but you haven't created $10,000 a month over here. You don't have the proper emotions. You don't have the frequency of someone who makes $10,000 a month. You don't have the frequency of someone who makes $100,000 a month, but you're over here working for it, but it doesn't exist. Because nothing exists in the physical unless it first exists in the spirit. So what you've got to do is you got to create $10,000 a month in the spirit. How do you create in the spirit? You create in the spirit with words. I am. I'm so happy and grateful now. I'm so happy and grateful now that I am earning over $10,000 a month. I say it all the time. I'm creating it all the time. I'm so happy and grateful now. I wrote it down, wrote the vision, write the vision, make it plain. It's already done. Then I have the emotions. I've got the I see it, right? I got the images. I got the visualization for it. I got the index card, right? I got the index card, right? Watch this. Watch this. All right? Look at it. Look at it. All right? I'll pull this out for y'all. Look. 2012. 2012. End of 2012, I took a $5 bill. Because see, look, I did the same thing with a dollar bill for $100,000. Training wheels. I got the training wheels on. I ain't never take them off. I did it for $1 million. It worked for that. So I said, maybe it'll work for $5 million. So in 2012, I took a $5 bill and I wrote $5 million on it. And I put it on my bathroom sink right here. So every morning, subconsciously, consciously, I had to see $5 million. You know what I mean? I had to see it. I had to see it. Because you create it over here. You create the 5 million, the 10,000, the billion, whatever it is, it don't matter. It's the formula I'm giving you. You create it over here, and then you go do the physical work. Okay. Yeah, y'all hearing it for me. I'm going to tell my testimony about that $5 million bill here in a second. Y'all hearing it for me. But watch this. Okay. This is Napoleon Hill. This is Carnegie. This is Rockefeller. All right. This is the richest man in the world to ever live. The men who built America. This is what they said. This is the self-confidence formula. Because all of this is just self-confidence. You know, when you got self-confidence and you get $10,000 a month, you're already at $10,000 a month. When you're confident about something, you already got it. It's already there. All right. Now watch this. It says, I know that I have the ability to achieve the definite purpose of my life. The definite purpose that we talked about is $10,000 a month. It's a progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Therefore, I demand of myself persistence, continuous action towards its attainment, and I here now promise to render such action. Let me break that down for you. I know that I have the ability to achieve $10,000 per month. Words. I know that I have the ability to achieve over $10,000 per month of income, right? I know that I have it, and I demand of myself persistent, continuous action over here. That's the work, right? All right, action. All right, so he said I got the ability to make over $10,000 a month, and I'm going to go and take the action for its attainment. And I now and here now promise to render such action. Watch this. I realize that the dominating thoughts of my life. Let me help you. See, over here is words. Over here is thoughts. Over here is thinking. Over here is the mind. Your mind is the navigational system for your life. The mind works just like your navigational system. It is an executive secretary, and God has blessed you with what we call the reticular activating system, that when you make something relevant to it, when you make something relevant to your reticular activating system, like $10,000 per month, just like the navigational system that you typed in the address, when you type in the address of saying, I'm going over here. If I gave you my address right now and you've never been here before, you would need to type in the address into your navigational system. If you were off, if you weren't clear, if you were off by one number, then you would end up somewhere else. You would need to put the exact coordinates. You would need to put the exact numbers in the navigational system. You've got to give the mind words. Give your mind these words of, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm at $10,000 per month. You say it over and over and over again, over and over and over again. Your reticular activating system says, okay, that's important to you. $10,000 a month is important to you. Here's what I'll do. I will create the plan. I will give the roadmap. I'll tell you, turn left here, turn right here, talk to this person. Don't talk to that person. Here's the coach. I got the CD in 2008. Who do you listen to? Boom, the coach shows up in 2009. Come on. Come on. Y'all getting this? Oh, I can't see y'all. Y'all getting this? Y'all, is anybody getting this? Can you let me know if you're getting this? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know if you're getting this. Let me know if you're getting this. Give me the hearts and the likes and all that stuff if you're getting this. This is good stuff. Are y'all getting this? Are y'all getting this? Are y'all really getting this? I'm telling y'all getting this right here. I'm telling you, this is the real deal. This is the real deal. Okay? The mind, guys, I'm telling you, God bless you with that. I'm telling you, use your mouth, give the right address, over and over and over again, and your believer goes to work, your reticular activating system says, okay, 10,000. Now, who do I need to bring into her life? Who do I need to bring into his life to make sure that he gets to $10,000 a month? They say, well, Dave, you talk like this because you making money. No, I did this when I was broke. I did this recently when I went through some trials and tribulations building a business. So I'm more passionate about this thing now than I ever was before because I've been to the top, fallen down, and risen above the top. Using the same formula. And you can do the same thing. Huh? So over here, you create over here in your mind with your words, but with the emotions. You can't have the emotions of frustration. You can't have the emotions of impatience. Right? You can't. You just can't. Look at this. It says, I realize that the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves. This ain't me. This Think and Grow Rich. It says that it will eventually reproduce. Now, something cannot be reproduced unless it's first produced. So it's produced over here, and then it's reproduced over here. Watch this. Watch this. I realize that the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves in outward physical action. So when I say it over and over and over again, that the dominating thought of my mind, and this is what I'm saying all the time, it's going to reproduce itself in some physical action. And gradually transform themselves into physical reality. So here's how it works. I create it over here. I say it all the time. I see it all the time. I set my affections. I say, hey, I'm happy and grateful. I'm happy and grateful. I'm earning over $10,000 a month. I go and I do the work. Whatever work it is that I'm doing, I go do it. But I do it with the thought process that I'm already at $10,000 a month. I go do the work. It's reproducing itself through work. These words that I'm speaking, this dominating thought that I have, it goes and it reproduces itself with the physical work that I do. And then it shows up in physical reality. So boom, I think about the flip chart. I say, I'm going to create this flip chart. I see the flip chart in my mind. Then I go get the paper. Then I go get this. And then I go get that. And I put it together and boom, the flip chart shows up. I got the iPhone in my mind. This is the iPhone that I'm going to create. Okay. All right. We're going to create an iPhone. We're going to put an iPhone in everybody's hand. This is what we're going to do. Okay. Let's go do the work. Let's go get the parts. Let's go get the technology. Let's go get the best people that can go and create the iPhone. And boom, we got the iPhone. It's the same thing with your little $10,000 a month. I mean, come on. If it could work for the iPhone, why can't it work for your little $10,000 a month? Or your little $100,000 a month? Or your little $1 million a month? Or your little $1 billion? It don't matter. It don't matter. Huh? Come on. All right? Success has a balance. 90 to 99% is spiritual. Over here is spiritual. That's why your relationships over here, they got to be good. You can't have the strife and all that. You can't have that. If you have it over here, the emotions are wrong over here, then boom, it's going to show up over here in the physical. Even if you're working. I've watched companies fall apart. I've watched organizations fall apart. And it didn't fall apart because of the physical, because anything that shows up in the physical first showed up over here. Somebody said something. Somebody said something. Somebody didn't check an emotion. All right. I realize that the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce itself in outward physical action. All right. And gradually, see, you got to be patient, gradually transform themselves into physical reality. Therefore, I will concentrate my thoughts for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person I intend to become. So it's the person that you've got to be thinking about. I'm earning $10,000 a month. That's the person you're thinking about. Thereby creating in my mind a clear mental picture of that person. I know that through the principle of autosuggestion, any desire, that includes $10,000 a month, that I persistently hold in my mind. Autosuggestion, what's autosuggestion? That's words. So I know through the principle of words, any desire that I persistently hold in my mind, how do I hold it in my mind? I hold it in my mind by saying it all the time. Will eventually seek expression. It's going to seek expression. It's going to go, look, man, you get that? Every time I read this, man, I get fired up, man. It says it's going to go out and seek its expression. It's going to go do the thing for you. The people going to show it. The people that want to buy the house, they're going to call you, hey, I'm looking to buy a house. Hey, you on the tax? You on the tax? I want you to do my tax. All right? You on a health clinic? Okay, I got clients for you. You know, it's just going to happen. It's going to seek expression through some practical means of attaining the object back of it. Therefore, I would devote 10 minutes of daily to demanding myself the development of self-confidence. I will develop self-confidence through the principle of auto-suggestion. I have clearly written down a description of my definite chief aim in life. And I will never stop trying until I shall have developed sufficient self-confidence for its attainment. I fully realize that no wealth or position can long endure. I fully realize that no position or wealth can long endure. It's a good one. Unless built upon truth and justice, therefore I will engage in no transaction which does not benefit all whom it affects. I will succeed by attracting to myself the forces I wish to use and the cooperation of other people. I will induce others to serve me because of my willingness to serve others. I will eliminate hatred. I will eliminate envy. I will eliminate jealousy. I will eliminate selfishness. I will eliminate cynicism by developing love for all humanity, because I know that a negative attitude towards others can never bring me success. I will cause others to believe in me because I will believe in myself. I will believe in them and in myself. I will sign my name to this formula, commit it to memory, repeat it out loud once a day with full faith that it will gradually influence my thoughts and actions, so that I will become a self-reliant and successful person. Just Think and Grow Rich. He just gave you the balance scale right there. All right? He just gave you the balance scale right there. Guys, I'm telling you, look. Tell you what happened. 2012. Huh? I'm going to get to number 4, and then we done. All right? 2012, I got a hold of this believing thing, right? I'm doing it. I'm believing. You know, 2012, I made 2.2 million. Yeah, I was 29 years old, $2.2 million income. Amen. So I set a goal. I said, okay, in November, I learned you write your goals down in November. So I wrote my goal down. I had a sign. I make $500,000 a month. It's on you Google me, it's probably on there. It's probably part of the images. Right? I had it all over my house. But I took this $5 million bill, this $5 bill. I changed it to, y'all see that? Can y'all see that? Yeah, y'all see it. All right? 5 million. So I said, I put it on my bathroom sink. I said 2013, I'll make 5 million. All right? 2013 roll around. All right? I was involved in another network marketing company at that time. All right? 2013 rolled around, I made 1.7 million. Okay, well, you know, it's cool. You know, everything is cool. It ain't really that bad, right? You know, it's $500,000 drop, but you know, God is good. Everything's okay. 1.7, we could be all right. We could be all right. 2014 rolled around, made 1.1 million. Okay, God. Okay, God, what's going on? I mean, we got the $5 million bill. We believe, we're confessing, right? All right, everything, what's going on? All right, we opened up Nigeria, all right, went over there and blew it up, man. Things are going good, but this is half. we went from 2.2 to 1.1. That's half. Praise God. 2011, I met my financial advisor. She's still my financial advisor today. 2011, I started investing in Apple, Facebook, all that good stuff, right? Thank God we did that. Watch this. 2015 rolled around. We made $650,000. Ooh. See, now I'm looking for God. Now I'm like, well, okay, all right, listen. what's really going on? what's really going on? Man, things so bad. I went to Bible school. I went looking for God. I'm like, yo, what is really going on? How we go from 2.2 to 650? How that happen? Right? And I'm looking around. I'm like, man, this thing is, what's going on? This is not the way I'm supposed to be at 5 million. I'm supposed to be at 5 million. I'm not supposed to be at 650. But you know, this whole time, from 2013, when I put that, 2012, when I put this $5 million bill, you know, this $5 million bill never moved. You know, my maid would come over and she'd clean the house and move the $5 million bill like over to the side. It was still like in the same area, but I would always put it right back where I could see it. Look at this. See that? Y'all see how it's like worn out over there? All right? All right. It's a $5 million bill right here. Woo! Series 2009. That's not a coincidence. Okay. So I left it there. I left it there in 2013. I left it there in 2014. 2016 rolled around. Come on. Talk to me now. 300,000. 300,000. But I still got the $5 million bill sitting there. I still got the $5 million bill sitting there. 2017. Boom. Check this out. 2.2 million. We right back. Boom. 2018. Oh, we already cleared 5 million. $5 million bill. Already cleared it. So guess what? We done moved the 5 million out the way. And now we got the $20 million bill. Y'all see it? This is what's on my bathroom sink now. 20 million. I still got my training wheels on. I'm still doing what it takes to believe. I'm not too good to believe. I'm not too good to teach other folk how to believe. This is what, now you looking at the $20 million bill now. And I'm telling you, it's already done. It's 1.7 million a month. I don't care how it comes. I don't care what it's going to be. It could be network marketing. It could be real estate. It could be investing. I don't care. Write the vision. Make it plain. My RAS now going to go to work and say, okay, what does David need to get to $20 million a year? That's how you believe and work. But when you're believing, it's going to reproduce itself in physical action, and then it will show up gradually. Eventually, it will show up in physical reality. Don't get frustrated. Don't get discouraged. Don't get down on yourself. Don't speak about other people's success. Don't speak about other people's failure. Celebrate other people. They're winning. Celebrate them. They're down. Encourage them. Okay? Some of them gonna hate on you. People that I've trained and mentored and given to hate on me. And I say, you know what? Wish them well. They're going to be all right. Whenever they figure this thing out, they're going to be good. 20 million. It's a done deal. You know how I know it's done? Because the man said, write the vision, make it plain, so who sees it will run. I see the 20 million every day. So tell me, you tell me how this is not going to happen. Right, I can't hear you. Exactly. All right? I'm telling you, this thing works. All right? This thing works. Step number 4. The process of mastery. Be patient. That's step number 4. Be patient. You're going to be unconscious and competent in the very beginning. Then you're going to be conscious and competent. You're going to realize, okay, I don't know. At first you realize, you don't even know that you don't know. Unconscious and competent. Then you'll become conscious and competent when you realize, you know what? I really don't know. That's a good place to be. That's humility right there. Then you become conscious competent. I'm conscious about what it is that I'm doing. That's why I'm speaking the right words. That's why I'm not spending time with people that are not speaking the right words. Somebody to speak wrong around me, I shut it down. Hey, don't speak that around me. Because I'm very conscious of what I'm doing when it comes to this believing thing. And then you become unconscious competent. When you don't have to think about it. You don't have to think about it. You just believe at a whole nother level. You know? And that's where we are. But we keep the training wheels on. We don't stop. We don't stop with the signs. We don't stop with the bills and the $20 million bill and no, not at all. What you talking about? Look, y'all think I'm playing. Y'all think I'm playing. Look, I wrote this check. I wrote this check in 2015, matter of fact. So when everything was falling apart, when everything was falling apart in 2015, I wrote a check. Watch, look. Everything is falling apart. But yet, I write a check. I write a check for $1 billion. How that work? Your income is doing the moonwalk. It is rolling backwards. But then you go write a check for $1 billion? Y'all better stop playing with this. Y'all better stop playing with this. Stop playing with this information. This thing works. This thing works. Find who you're going to listen to. Okay? Find who you're going to listen to. Be teachable and coachable. Be willing to learn and be willing to change. Get that success balance scale. Create that thing in the spirit with your words, your images, and your emotions. Your visualization, your verbalization, what you're saying, what you're seeing, emotions. Make sure your affections, make sure your emotions are right. 3 most important emotions: love, faith, gratitude. Love, faith, gratitude. Those 3, and you're good to go. And then be patient. You're going to eventually get to unconscious competence, but you got to go through the steps. All right? Those are the 4 basics of success, and they work. I appreciate you. All right? I appreciate all of y'all for listening in. And
I told you that the game sucks. Same must come see somebody. Cause I told you that I'ma be somebody. Remember I used to say, this song right here, this song for anybody, somebody. Told you you can't be nobody. Remember I used to say, try out.